Hello, my name is Kevin Schulte, and in this video essay I will look at the Philadelphia dialect and explain why this dialect may be going away. I will interview a student here at CU who is from Philadelphia, as well as analyze media clips, articles, and perspectives in the course reader in order to show how traditional dialects may go away as globalization rises and people are becoming more socially connected. How has living in Colorado influenced the way that you speak now?
I think it's definitely had an effect. I think about it way more often. I try and avoid words or saying words differently than a native, just so that it doesn't sound so crazy or it doesn't bring attention to me too much. That's about it.
Philadelphia, a place where you can see the Liberty Bell, grab a cheesesteak, and enjoy an ice-cold glass of water.
And I said, I'll have a water. So when you get to Las Vegas and you ask for that, they won't know what you're talking about. You have to say water.
So as we just saw in that clip, and as Dennis Preston points out in his article, Language Attitudes to Speech, New Yorkers, or in our case Philadelphians, may have some linguistic insecurity because of the awareness that the way they speak may be regarded as incorrect.
But it appears that the accent, while not disappearing, is changing over time. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania studied decades of recordings to track speech variations over time.
So it seems like Philadelphia used to be a basically southern dialect-speaking city that is becoming more and more northern in recent times.
The reasons aren't entirely clear, but higher education appears to be a factor, as does simply being aware of how it sounds to outsiders.
So as that clip just pointed out, and as this article points out, the Philly dialect is starting to become more northern, and it's starting to take on a more mainstream accent. And this could be due because of globalization and the spread of social media, which is unifying the East Coast language.
I think it's definitely changing. I mean, generation to generation. I know I picked it up from my parents, like a lot of people do. That's how most people, speak the way they do. But I think with all these new ways of communicating, with texting and social media and all that, it's changing as a whole nation. And from city to city, I'm sure it's definitely there. But I think it's going away a little bit, and you can hear it a lot more in older people.
In the chapter Why Dialects in our course reader, the author suggests that there is a dialect boundary in Pennsylvania dividing the North and Midland dialect. However, this chapter was published in 1998 before the social media revolution. So, while the boundary may still exist, as generations advance and people become more interconnected through technology, we may see this boundary fade away.
There's going to be one in a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to enunciate words more and say them properly.
Now the researcher's goal is answering what's being called the most important and most mysterious question about language change. How can it happen at the same time and cross the entire city? Bob McCall, Associated Press.
So I think that David Crystal offers a good perspective in Why All the Fuss, and he says that texting is, quote, the latest manifestation of the human ability to be linguistically creative and to adapt a language to suit the demands of diverse settings, end quote. So arguments in favor of adhering to traditional forms of language don't consider that this evolving language may be sparking creativity. So in conclusion, although history is important, technology as well as human intelligence are evolving, and this shift in language is a mere result of this evolution. So now I would like to thank my subject Zan Bell for participating in the video, as well as Will Stinson for helping me edit it up. Thanks, guys.